It doesn't say I'm live, so I don't know what to do. Okay, now it's on. All right, just came on. 24 seconds and it just... All right, timer stopped. All right, it doesn't tell me when I'm on. Usually about 20-something seconds it'll tell me I'm live, so here we are. Shabbat shalom, 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 all that other stuff. I might have to turn some of these fans down. It might be a little loud. I'm trying to draw some of the cool air into my house right now because it's really cool down outside. So, let me see what temperature is in here. It's not bad. I think it's 72 or something. Hold on a second. All right, we'll just see if this gets very loud. I don't know if the background is loud or not. If it is, somebody can let me know and I'll turn it down. Right now the dogs are digging it, but we can always turn it down. They'll still dig it, huh, guys? Anyway, so I hope everyone had a wonderful Friday. I am wrapping up the week in a good way because I'm happy I did file a complaint with the Chamber of Commerce. So I hate to get my hopes up again, but I'm at my wit's end with that garage situation. So anyway, there it goes. I get there. So anyway, I'm hoping next week I'll hear something. They said it could take 60 days, 2 months. So anyway, I hope you all had a great day. Coming into the weekend, I cut all my grass today, not my front yard, but I cut a couple acres of my backyard. It looks beautiful. I got one of my vehicles back into the barn. I figure out why my battery keeps going down. And what else? Not much. Pretty much worked in my yard all day. I ran into town for a couple supplies. Other than that, just kind of worked around my yard. Worked in my house, worked in my yard. Not much else. So anyway, I am just going to have open chat tonight. It is Friday. We're not going to do any studies tonight. If anybody's expecting that, you must be new here because Fridays we do not do studies. We just kind of have open chat. And if anybody wanted to come up and as a guest, I would, what would I do? I'd put up a link. That's right. Anyway, I don't like to put the link up before somebody identifies themselves, but if somebody asks me to, I will. So if I put the link up, well, hey, Grace, if I put the link up, then anybody can just grab it. So if anybody wants to come in chat, tell me, and I'll put that link right up. Good evening to Grace Styles. She comes in style. How was your day? How was your Friday, Grace? I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope all is well with you. Good evening. You're listening with busy hands? Awesome. My hands are playing with my hands are busy too. I'm playing with this little desk lock here. I'm trying to figure out if I could put it at. See, it locks a drawer. I don't even know where I got it. It's in my desk. In case I ever wanted another extra drawer. So that's what I'm doing. Figuring out how this thing could go into my drawer. So that's that. Oh, guess what? So I just kind of worked out in the yard. I did a lot of yard work today. Lots. Just coming in, as a matter of fact. But anyway, I did listen to a video today about the real Ken and Barbie. Do you guys know about I don't think anybody's ever heard about that there even is a real Ken and Barbie, but there is. I'll tell you the guy's story. I'll tell you the story is so weird. It's not even a nice story, actually. Very creepy story about Ken and Barbie. The real Ken and Barbie. It's not a good story, you guys. Because I'm just saying, because that movie Barbie is out in the movie theater. So every time I go to town or turn the radio on in my truck, I hear about this movie called Barbie, and it's about the Barbie doll. Um, yeah, you want to hear about the real Ken and Barbie? It's a very ugly story. Yeah, they're not going to tell you this in the movie, are they? But I'll tell you the real Ken and Barbie story, and then I'll tell you where you can I'll give you the link. I'll show you where I got this information. Back after Dave died, I ordered my first DVD ever, a couple of them off of eBay, and because I didn't even have a DVD player, nothing. I didn't even know how to work it. But after he died, I got free DVDs from Jesse the Body Ventura. You just had to pay $1, and that was the shipping, and they sent you a DVD about conspiracies. So I ordered them all. I ordered every one of them. And then I also used to watch this guy. His name was Scott Michaels. And I got DVDs from him. So anyway, the Scott Michaels guy, I'm subscribed to him on my other channel. So I kind of forget about him until I go to my other channel. But he's the guy that I watched his he does this dearly departed Hollywood tours, right? And so if you go to Hollywood, you can go to dearly departed tours, and he'll bring you around and show you like where everybody died, all the famous people, where they lived and where they died, and all that kind of weird stuff. But anyway, so he came out with a video today called "The Real Ken and Barbie." Oh my goodness, not good, you guys. So the real Ken and Barbie. Actually, I'm going to show you. Actually, their last name was Handler. So his name was Ken Handler. Ken and Barbie Handler. So Ken and Barbie. Here it is. Oh my goodness, look at this. All right, get this. Here's the real Ken and Barbie. So these people here, their last name is Handler. Ken and Barbie's last name is Handler. Ken and Barbie are brother and sister. Ken and Barbie are brother and sister, okay? This is where this creepy story starts, okay? Here's the real Ken growing up. And the real Ken, I'm going to tell you, oh my goodness, this is such a weird story. So back in 1959, this guy right here, Mr. Handler, I forgot, can't remember his name, the dad's name. But the mom and dad invented these dolls, the Ken and Barbie doll. No, actually, first they just invented the Barbie doll, named after the daughter Barbie. That's Barbie, okay? So him and her, they invented this Barbie doll, named it after their daughter. But the daughter was only like 11 or 12, right? But the Barbie doll was the very first grown-up doll. Every single doll before Barbie was a baby doll, or it was a paper doll. All right. They never had a full-grown adult woman doll. So he invented the first adult woman doll with clothes. And anyway, and named it he named it after his daughter. That's Barbie. Barbara. They called her Barbie. So he invented this doll, and the doll had a giant breast on it, right? So the doll, who's modeled after his daughter, who's like 11 or 12 or whatever, is a full-grown woman, and it's got a giant breast. And you could take her clothes off. That was in 1959, and then like a couple years later, 64 or something. Wait, 59, 66, like 62. I think it was like 3 years later. Then, like in 1962, they made a boy version and named it after the son, Ken. That's Barbie. That's Ken. So then he made a boy doll and named it after his son, Ken. So you had Ken and Barbie, right? And the first Ken, he had like, they kind of like put felt on his hair, and it just it got wrecked right away if it got wet. So anyway, then the second Barbie, they just put plastic hair, okay? Because the first one had felt in it. It was gross, and it got wet and got wrecked. So anyway, the second, they came out right away with the second one, and that one had plastic hair. All right. So now you got Ken and you got Barbie. Now right away, the little boy, Kenneth, had a lot of problems with this. Okay, the daughter didn't really have an issue that much with it, except that her doll had big boobs. But it was, I don't think she ever said anything about it. Some people thought it was kind of creepy to do that to your daughter. Anyway, but the son, when they came out with the Ken doll, the son had a huge problem because the Ken doll had no penis. And so, and the Ken doll is dating his sister Barbie. Okay, so that like scarred him mentally as a child. And he would always complain that the Ken had no, but he used the C word. All right. So his whole life growing up, he was angry because the doll that was after him had no genitals. And it made him feel creeped out. And everybody, and then all the commercials, Ken and Barbie were dating. They were kissing. They were getting married and stuff. So he said, well, I don't want to be married to my sister. So Ken got screwed up kind of in the head. And then like, I don't know what it was in the 80s or something. He got AIDS. And anyway, but I guess that's just some weird lifestyle. But anyway, they did make a lot of money from that. And, but he always said how it had no genitals. So it always was angry about it. And then there was a story where Ken Handler, he got into the movie industry and stuff. He got into Hollywood. And I think he produced, I can't remember, but he did some stuff. You can look at his bio. But Ken, everybody remembers him one time blowing up at an audition. He was in a Hollywood audition, Ken, and he's a grown man at this point, a grown man. And in front of everybody, well, okay, so here's what set him off. He blew up one time and lost his mind in front of everybody in Hollywood because he was at an audition one time, and the little children were all playing with Ken and Barbie dolls. And I don't know if they knew he was the real Ken or whatever, but so he's at this audition in Hollywood with a bunch of people on the set, and he sees these little kids playing with Ken and Barbie, and he just loses it, and he again screams that Ken has no genitals, but he says the C word. And why are you, and he said, you're taking our clothes off, me and my sister, and you're making us go to bed or something like that. So anyway, he had, I guess it scarred him pretty bad. He died of AIDS. I think he was pretty young, actually. So he's born in 44. He died in 94. So he was 50. But yeah, what a bad story. That's the real Ken and Barbie. Yeah, their last name was Handler. I wonder if that guy knows his. Yeah, I'm sure he does. And here's when they got a little bit older. So here's when they're younger. And they got older. There's Ken. I don't know if you can see him. There's Barbie, daughter. Anyway, it freaked him out that he had to always see him and his sister marrying and kissing and going in Corvettes and having people take their clothes off, and he never had a penis. And anyway, it really screwed his head up. I don't think Barbie ever got really. I don't think she had a problem. Anyway, what a crazy story, huh? That's the real Ken and Barbie. People at the movie theater have no idea who real Ken and Barbie is. Well, here's Ruth Handler, the mom. See. Anyway, how weird. Oh, here. This is just so creepy. Yeah, here it is. Ruth was the mom's name. Oh, so guess what? You should hear the list of hold on a second. You should hear the list of different Kens that they had. They even had a gigolo Ken. Hold on a second, let me see. What was it? You should hear all the yeah, here he is. Oh wait, what was he? No, he wasn't Chico. What was he? All right, here. Actually, hold on a second. Oh my goodness, my cat. Oh, well, these cats are gone, man. I don't think I'm gonna get any more. I love them. In fact, I was down to one, and one came back like it comes back like a boomerang. So I got that one back, and then I got that one foster one. And anyway, like I said, I did not go out like here. Hold on a second, I'm gonna show you something. I didn't go out looking for cats. All right, they just like show up on my doorstep. All right, hold on a second. All right, let me get one more list. Let me figure it out. Yeah, so that was a really creepy story of the real Ken and Barbie. Oh, yeah. Oh, so now, get this. So now, today you have lots of Kens, okay? You got a lot of different Ken dolls. There's 15 new Ken dolls. You got fat ones, skinny ones, all different skin tones. You got fat, medium, skinny, different skin tones, different. You even have one with a man bun. That one's got a man bun. It's gonna get a playmate. Oh, really? Are you getting a second dog? Does Kitten want a cat for a friend? Look at that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's what I was looking for, you guys. 20 Ken dolls that were never cool. Here, I think this is the list I'm looking for. Yeah, so yeah, that's the real horrifying story. The real Ken and Barbie is a sick story. Okay, here. 20 Ken dolls that were never cool. We know that there was some weird Barbies out there, but we didn't realize that Ken got so strange too. Oh, there's a Frankenstein. Or maybe, I don't know. Barbie was a single woman for 2 years until Mattel decided to give her a boyfriend the form of Ken Carson, which is actually her brother Her brother was Ken. The real Barbie had a brother named Ken. So Ken and Barbie are brother and sister in real life, but everybody has them in bed together and dating and marrying. You likely didn't know that Ken had a surname, and he meant known by his first name. As great. As a matter of fact, like Cher. That's funny, because his real last name was Handler. All right, here's the 20 worst Ken dolls of all time. The least pricey Ken. Are you gonna get another dog? That's a Ken doll, you guys. That's you know who that is, the over there. Prince William. Not so popular. Nobody bought it. Gone with the Wind, Ken. Look at that. Gone with the Wind, Ken. Yeah, that's it. Nobody bought it. Real life scumbag Ken. Oh, wow. Real life scumbag Ken. Alice, dude, looking back. Why would they come? That's weird. That looks like the Mad Hatter. Why'd they say scumbag? That's weird. It was a different time, Ken. Oh, back like in the 20s or something. Oh, hi, Omar. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Oh, that's like back in the 20s. I just told this story about the real Ken and Barbie. It's not. It's a horrible story. Prime Detective Breaking Ken. Captain Kirk Ken. Captain Kirk Ken. Nobody wanted to buy it. This looks like he's got a cell phone. Look at that. Is that a cell phone or what? Heck right it is. Back in the 60s, he had a cell phone. Look at his neck. It's coming off. He's got a cell phone. Back in the 60s, he had a cell phone. Huh. The love triangle, Ken. Oh, he's got a tattoo. Look at you. You bad boy, Ken. Jacob. Look at that. Barefoot with tennis shoes. I just saw somebody, the guy that interviewed me had he had tight pants that came only up to his shins, and he had bare feet and tennis shoes on. Kind of cool look. The Associate Ken. It's a Frank Sinatra Ken. Nobody bought. The kids don't like the Frank Sinatra Ken. Gold ring. What's wrong with the Beast face Ken? Oh, Beauty and the Beast Ken. Nobody bought Beauty and the Beast Ken. Who would, right? Name is Carson. Ken Carson. Oh, this has got to be James Bond Ken. Absolutely is James Bond Ken. Nobody bought the James Bond Ken. They didn't like it. Romance novel Ken. Yeah, so it turns out Ken and Barbie are brother and sister. And that boy lost his mind his whole life because Ken never had anything in his pants. And he's dating his sister everywhere he looks. And anyway. $3 beard Ken. What the heck? Final Fantasy Ken. Oh, wow. Looks like a ninja. Ninja Ken. I like his boots. Generic villain Ken. Winky Guard and Winged Monkey. Oh, it's a Wizard of Oz Ken. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, wee, oh, yo. Whoa. Remember that? His guards. And they grabbed his outfit and went in with the rest of them. This is Pride Weekend. Oh, Pride Ken. Of course there is Pride Ken. Yeah, there was the Gigolo Ken. I wonder where that one went. Gangster Rap Ken. Oh, no, not. Oh, Gangster Rap, of course. He's got a boom box. Remember people used to have a boom box? Somebody's selling it for 20 bucks at a garage sale. Rippin' Rockin' Barbie. Rippin' Rockin' Ken. You go, Ken. Get that boombox. Go to the beach with some Boone's Farm or something. Where's Martha, Ken? This is Martha's Vineyard, Ken. Oh, no, Batman Ken. Grant Morrison, Batman Ken. Who would ever buy this Ken? Oh, Speed Racer Ken. That's like an Evel Knievel Ken. And he comes with a girlfriend that's not his sister. Isn't that nice for a change? He's tired of dating his sister. He lost his mind when everybody took the doll's clothes off and put him in bed together with his sister. Conspiracy theory Ken. Oh, conspiracy. Oh, this is X-Files Ken. Comes with the girl. Scully or whatever her name is. My son used to watch it. Heavily tattooed Ken. Of course. Oh, look at right on his neck. Look, he's got the all-seeing eye in his back. Heavily tattooed. And the very least is T-Rex arm Ken. No, nobody wants a T-Rex Ken. With tiny. Oh, because it's got the little tiny. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this is the first Ken. I just noticed his hair. So the first Ken, they made his hair out of felt. But they noticed whenever it got wet, it got wrecked. So then after this, they put the, this was the first doll right here, Ken doll. But his arms were too tiny. So he had T-Rex arms. See, his arms should be better than that. So anyway, yeah, so those are the... They also had Gigolo Ken. I got to show you something on these flying cats. Kind of disturbing. Look away if you get disturbed easy. Or plug your ears or do something. Well, that ain't it. Where is the one I want to see? There, this one. So this guy had a cat, and a cat died. So he had the cat stuffed, and he puts it on a drone and flies his lake cat around on a drone. So I'm not sure how much he really cared about that cat, but anyway, I'd be damned if I'm going to be putting my dead cat on a drone for fun. Even if I didn't like the cat, I wouldn't even do that. But anyway, how was your day, Omar? You have a good Friday? I cut my grass starting this morning. It was a long day. Worked out my yard. Got one of my vehicles back into the I got all my vehicles back inside. I freaked out yesterday. We had a hailstorm, and I got one of my better truck is outside, the newer truck, and second time hail hit, and this time I wasn't going to take a chance. These are giant hail. It just started. And I could tell it was going to hail. It turned all green and weird. I'm like, crap, it better not hail. And sure enough, doink, doink. And I'm like, oh, heck no. I took a quilt and ran outside and threw the quilt over the hood of the truck. Then this gigantic tarp that was crumbled up, I threw that on there, and I threw another blanket on. Anyway, I thought, I'm not going through that again. I'm putting it back in the garage. Get that. It's not a garage, it's a pole barn. My garage is smashed. Yeah, lots of work at Amazon. Is it? Are they extra busy right now? Is it because it's summertime? And you know, people, well, boy, another month we're going to have back to school. You know what I mean? I just heard today somebody said their kindergartner just started school. I looked at the calendar and thinking, in July? Who started school in July? But held here too to it. I know. Last time they were tiny. This time they were big. I could tell it was going to happen. Anyway, I think I ruined my shoes. I ran out there with leather shoes, and the dogs chased after me. Grab the tarp. Because yeah, they were giant. They're like ice cubes, man. Not cool. So yeah, I didn't chance it. I do not want to be filing a claim on my new insurance people. I mean, I don't want to file a claim on any insurance company. So anyway, I filed a complaint through the Chamber of Commerce, the CC 33, and I'm hoping my CC 33 will come through. I'm supposed to hear, and it's supposed to take less than 60 days. The guy that gave me the number said he had his check in 4 days. I'm not I'm not thinking that, but if I can get some resolution at some point. It's been 3.5 years since that drunk loser smashed through my garage. And guess what? Last Sunday, did I tell you guys? Last Sunday, I was up in Sandstone using the laundromat. I have to use the washer up there. So I went up to use the washer up there. As I'm sitting waiting for my clothes, there's a bar across the street. I'm watching the people coming in and out of the bar. And guess who drives into the bar 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday? It was my next door neighbor, the one who smashed through my garage, 90-year-old loser, pulls in there. I thought, you SOB. I knew he went to a bar, and he could not be going to the bar in our town because it's a municipal bar and it's owned by the county. The city owns the city owns the bar, and there's cops everywhere. Highway patrol, everything. It's right off the freeway. So I thought, I know he's going to the bar. I just didn't know which one because we only have one bar in our town, and it's owned by the city, and you cannot drink and drive. Anyway, I'm thinking, where the heck is he going to the bar? Because anyway, here, sure enough, there's a bar across the street. Just as I'm watching people going in and out, here's that loser, pulls in there, drives around, parks in back where nobody can see him. And guess what time he got home that night? It's about midnight. He was there at 9 hours drinking. Usually comes home usually between 12 and 1. He beats the closing rush. Summer school is in session. Oh, is it summer school? Yeah, no, this is somebody said her little girl started kindergarten this week. She just finished her first week of kindergarten. I'm thinking, who the heck starts kindergarten in July? I don't know. Yeah, it's on a live stream I was watching. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it was a nice day. But yeah, yesterday we had hail, so I thought I'm not going through that again. I'm putting my vehicles back in the barn. I'm not even sure I'm going to have a sale this year anyway. I may just fold the tables back up and say, screw this. Maybe wait till next year. I don't know. With these protests and everything, I put 600 miles on last week. I'm within 1 week going to the protest. 600 miles. And already tired of it. So it's like a full-time job at 9-10 hour days. A lot of driving. But I don't get paid for it. Well, not yet anyway. It may pay off. Hey, Omar or Grace, do you want me to put up a link? If you guys want to come up and chat, I'll put up a link. My cat's trying to get some love in here. So yeah, if Omar or Grace want to come in, I'll put up a link if you want to come in and chat. I really don't have a whole lot to say. Anyway, but it was a fun day. Oh, get this deal I got today. So I went into town. I was going to get some ground turkey because I'm making my dogs and cats some dog food and cat food. So I went in to get some ground turkey. And whoa, the deal I got. So there's ground chicken breast. ground chicken breast. It's usually, I think it was $7 a package. Where at the link or what? Um, I live up in Hinckley, up in a small town. But anyway, I live outside the town. But anyway, I went in. They had 2 packages, 2 pounds, two 1 pound packages of ground turkey breasts for $3. Each one you save $7. So I got one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bought 10 packages and 2 cans of green beans because I'm making dog food. I'll show you. I paid $16.78 for 10 packages of 10 pounds of ground chicken breast. Guess how much I saved? I saved $68.90. So I spent $16.70 and I saved $68.90. I saved $70. So I spent $16, I saved $70. Then I had $3 left in my hand, and I said, and I went back and got 2 more packages. So I saved over $80. So I spent $20 because I went up there with 20 bucks. And I spent $20 and I saved 80. That's like the best deal I've ever had. Ever. Anyway, they loved it. I made a couple pounds of ground turkey breast. I cooked that up with some brown rice and some veggies, peas and green beans, and they just loved it. And the cats love it too. Good for everybody. I didn't eat it, but they did. And then you just put it away and give them some more tomorrow. Great deal. I usually cook a large batch of dog food. Yeah, you know it's kind of hard with these 3. They're like feeding 3 linebackers. I always make a large batch, but it's for 2 days. So each dog gets like, I don't know, 3 or 4 cups. So it's like 3, 6, 9. So it's usually about 10, at least 10 cups, for the 3 dogs. They're big eaters. Those are big eating dogs. But yeah, so if I did cook it all up at once, then I could freeze it. But right now I just froze all in packs. Yeah, so I spent $20 and I saved 80. So that was $100 worth of food. I paid 20 bucks. $20 for $100 worth of food. Pretty good, huh? That's like I love saving money. Anyway, that was awesome, man. And so now I got all that ground chicken breast. 98% lean or something like that. So anyway, stocked up on dog stuff for the dogs for a while. That was nice. That was like a super score. Yeah. I don't know when that sale ends. I bought every package except like 3 were left. If I had brought more money, I would have bought every last one of them. But I only brought 20 bucks. I only went in there to get 1 package of ground turkey and some vegetables to make dinner for them. And I ended up with 12 packages, I think, 12 pounds. That's $80 I get to spend somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. If you're very careful with your money, then you can live a lot better. It's a good thing. Anyway, Oh, my thing just went back on. So, anyway, so Dee and I played end of the world quiz last night. End times quiz. We did really good. If I would listen to Dee, we would have had 100%. But we got 90%, better than most people. Average on that test was 67%. I'm the one that got one of the questions wrong out of 10 questions. We got 9 out of 10. That Paul got me. But, yeah. Anyway, so we'll be getting back into another series next week. Hopefully I don't have to be going to protest anymore. I don't know. A lot of work. Anyway, I just tired of it. But hopefully something happens with this complaint I put through. So maybe I'll wrap it up and get off of here and say goodnight. And I don't know. Shut everything down, I guess. Huh, guys? So, yeah, that's probably it. That is the real story of Ken and Barbie. Awful, awful story. What's all that noise? I can't. So yeah, I'll probably say goodnight, guys. My friend Julie is still sick, so I'm hoping and praying that she gets better. She's got a bad cough. I watched some more of that. I really like this doctor. He's on YouTube, and he makes everything really, really simple. And it's so funny. I was just watching him do a thing about diabetes, talking about diabetes tonight. And he said, you know, the medical establishment, and he's a doctor. He said the medical establishment is the craziest thing with diabetes. It's the only disease where they actually, so like, no, not Dr. Berg. No, this is a real like internal, what is it? I don't know if he's found practice. Anyway, no, I'll tell you who he is. I'd have to look though. No, Dr. Berg, he's a doctor, but he's a chiropractor, I think. He's got a great understanding of the body, I'll tell you that. But this other doctor, I can't remember what kind of doctor he is. I like Dr. Berg. I have recommended Dr. Berg to so many people. And you know what? Dr. Berg, I give him the credit. I got off sugar. I cut my sugar habit off because of Dr. Berg. Yeah, the medical cartel, that's right. Anyway, this guy's, I don't know if he's from India, where he's from, but anyway, he says it's the strangest thing with diabetes because he's always calling out the medical industry. It's just a for-profit kind of industry. Anyway, he said, but like he says the only disease, diabetes, the only disease where they actually give you something to make it worse, because he said, so diabetics have too much insulin, so they produce too much insulin, so they give you more insulin. You know, it's like having too high cholesterol, and they'll give you cholesterol. And my phone's dying. Crap! Hold on a second. My phone's dying. Doggone it! No. Okay, maybe I might. I don't know. I might be too late. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this real quick, and I'm gonna watch. I'm at 5% right now. My phone might die. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna explain diabetes real quick, because I knew how it worked, but I didn't know about the sweetener, the false sweeteners. Okay, here. I'm gonna explain diabetes in really quick. So, and this is yeah. So sugar makes your pancreas produce insulin. I'm going to show you this real quick. I sent a clip to WPFC Duke. I don't know who that is. Oh, crap. All right. Oh, I'm at 4%. I'm running out of time. I'm going to show you real quick before my thing runs out. Here's how diabetes works for real. They'll never tell you this. Oh, crap. All right, I'm at 4%. I got to be quick. Here's how diabetes works. And here's the dangers of sweeteners. I'm going to show you real quick. Hold on a second. You'll never hear this. The channel, No, I'll send you the link, Grace. So here's the human body. Here's how diabetes, oh, I'm at 3%. So when you put something sweet on your tongue, sugar, whatever on your tongue sends a signal to your brain. Your brain says there's sugar, and it sends a signal to your pancreas to release insulin. All right? So every day if you put sweet stuff on your tongue, you're releasing insulin all day. Pretty soon your body can't regulate insulin and you get diabetes. Now, if that's not bad enough, you have an artificial sweetener. You put artificial sweetener on your tongue, it sends the exact same message to your brain. It says sugar, 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 and your brain sends a signal to your pancreas that says release insulin, and it does. And now it's releasing insulin for no reason. I'm at 2%, you guys, and this is my phone's gonna die. Anyway, that's been your diabetes in a nutshell. I gotta go, guys. My phone's dying. I plugged it in too late. I'm at 2%. No, I'll send a link. It's a guy from India. I can't remember his name. His name is something like Saneen or so, I can't remember. I'll send you the link. I'm at 2%. I feel like I'm running out of oxygen while I'm scuba diving or something. I got 2%. All right. So yeah, so yeah, if you're putting sweet stuff on your tongue all day long, your body's releasing insulin. So they will just give you more insulin. You understand? Your body's already overproducing insulin, and the doctor's giving you more insulin. It's like having too much cholesterol, and they'll give you more cholesterol. Anyway, all right. Well, oh, I'm at 1%. Good night, everybody. This thing is shoving me out the door. All right. Good night. Love you too, Grace. Good to see you tonight, Omar, and anybody else that came in. Love you guys. Good night. Shalom.